So I'm sure this video will make a lot of people happy, knowing that I'm putting out another Dirty Bomb video. I didn't quit on them, it's just, and I did know that this Merc is new, fairly new. His name is Redeye, and I thought I'd try him out. I was kind of postponing this video because I didn't want to record any gameplay with him while he was kind of fresh, because then everyone would be playing him, and it's not a lot of fun just chucking down a smoke and everyone being able to see through it, so I figured I'd wait a little bit, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, because he went on free week, so I guess it doesn't really matter anyways. Surprisingly, I didn't actually see that many people playing him while I was playing him on free week, even though I'm pretty sure he's free right now, at the time of this video anyways. If you guys don't know the right side of this map, then you'll most likely know it after this video, because I end up holding this spot for quite a long time, until I need some backup, that is, which is not till a little bit later on in the video. But I guess on to the gameplay, and later I want to say a few things about the channel, I guess, because this video is kind of long, and I might run out of things to talk about. So, I guess starting with the new Merc. His name is Redeye, and as you can see, he can chuck down a smoke, as I've already mentioned before. I'm sure you guys already know all about this new Merc, so I will kind of keep it semi-brief. He can chuck down a smoke grenade, which is kind of like a Counter-Strike smoke. It's really effective, so if you're in like a small little area, kind of like I'm holding right now, then chucking it down at the perfect position will give you a high advantage on the enemies. So, as you guys are probably aware, they planted a bomb right there in front of me, and that will open the door, which will make it a little bit easier for them to get in and plant the main bomb. So I was hoping to defend this the best way I could, but it turns out that they actually opened the door anyways, so we kind of got pushed in. But we did end up winning this game, which is pretty nice. I guess it's better than losing, but, you know, it's not always about winning. It's just about having fun, because it is a game after all. And talking about having fun, if you guys are new to the channel, or you're just seeing this game for the first time, then this game is free, so I will leave a link in the description below, and you guys can check it out that way. And I will remember to put in my sensitivity and my DPI, as I know a lot of people are pretty into that stuff, since people do share my interest in playing Counter-Strike and other FPS games. But talking about his secondary ability, or his other ability, whatever you want to call it, he does have infrared vision, and no lie, it is pretty strong. It does two different things. Obviously, you can see through smoke, which is fantastic, because it goes along with your main ability. So you can see through the smoke, and if you do have it on, and you manage to see somebody with it, then it will actually spot them for a brief amount of time. I'm not actually sure how long it is, but it's actually really useful because, you know, then you can obviously, your whole team, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, it does spot for your whole team, so that's what makes it even more strong. So keep that in mind if you're running into him, or perhaps if you're playing him, then your whole team will be able to see the guys that you see. So that's always nice. Of course, they're not going to be able to see right through the smoke, but it does help with the little red thing above their character. So that's basically Redeye in a nutshell, to be honest. I'm not using the normal gun that he generally starts with. I got this one out of a case, which just happened to be the first case that I opened when I logged on. Thought that was kind of funny. It was like it was meant to be. Although the gun that I am using, it does kind of look like a G3 with a scope on it, which I'm not complaining. I used to love using that gun, especially in Battlefield Bad Company 2. That was like one of my favorite semi-automatics to use with anybody. So I guess I should mention if Redeye is strong or not, or overpowered as some people like to call it. I wouldn't really necessarily say he's too strong. I would think he's fairly balanced, to be honest. Even though you guys might think the smoke grenade is pretty powerful or overpowered, I wouldn't say it is, and the reason is because you can actually destroy the smoke grenade with other explosives, even such as like Fletcher's little bombs. Yeah, you might even mention it, or you might actually see it here in a little bit. Or you've already seen it. I can't remember where I put it in the clips, but it does happen at one point. Obviously, it's always going to be a nuisance to face somebody who can chuck down a smoke grenade at like any point that they want, even though it does have like a 30-second cooldown, I believe. So for being able to destroy it so easily, I think it's a fairly decent cooldown. Now your infrared goggles are only on a 10-second cooldown, which is pretty useful. Obviously, you're able to spot people, so you can turn it on and off real fast if you just want to spot their whole team or whatever it is, or you just need to spot somebody who's trying to be a ninja or sneaky. And I should also mention that you can spot Phantom if he's invisible. He lights up like a Christmas tree, nice and bright white. I guess if you have a white Christmas tree. So if there's a nasty little phantom going about on the enemy team, Redeye is the perfect counter. So keep that in mind. I'm also not sure how many people know, but there is wallbang spots in this game, even though there's not really any bullet penetration. But you can shoot through where I just shot through on the left side there. It's just like a little bit of a glass panel. So obviously you can penetrate right through it and you'll do the full amount of damage to somebody. I can't recall all the spots, but I know that one is definitely one of them for sure. Because people do like to hide behind that, thinking they're all safe, and then you just drop a smoke bomb and light them up. I'm not sure if defending the area I am right now is considered camping to some people. I have seen some people mention that they thought I was kind of camping. It is a game of attack and defend after all, so it's kind of our job. Now I thought I'd take a little bit of a moment to talk about kind of the direction of this game and kind of where I think it's kind of going, or how well it's going, if it's going well at all. So first thing, obviously if you're reading the comments on, you know, the Steam page or whatever, the forums, whatever it may be, there's always going to be those negative people who say, you know, the game's kind of trash or whatever. However they might mention it in the not so nice of ways. I'm calling out on those people right now because I don't think they actually understand how much of a nuisance it is to create a game and make everything balanced. And what I mean by balanced is, especially the direction that this game is going itself, it's kind of hard. Like, I can only imagine. I've never created a game myself, so I can only speculate, saying that creating a game where each character has their own abilities, and 2 abilities at that, it would be really difficult. Think about it. Now obviously an FPS game will be a little bit easier to balance rather than, you know, if you're playing an MMO or a strategy game or something like that, because every character of course then has more abilities. An example of that is a game that I used to play quite a bit of, and if you're on my channel still from those times, it was a game called Nosgoth. I do occasionally play it from time to time now, but I find that the game is kind of dead, which is kind of a downfall, because the game is a little bit of fun. It's especially more fun with friends, that is. Playing with 4 randoms can be kind of difficult, because then your team's uncoordinated. If you guys don't know what type of game that is, it's actually like a third-person FPS, I would say more strategy game. And it's humans versus vampires. The humans, obviously, they get like guns and stuff, or cannons, whatever floats your boat, whatever class you kind of want to choose, you get to use. And the vampires are forced to use melee along with just their abilities. So think about how hard that is even to balance. You have to balance range against melee, because considering both sides have abilities, special abilities to use, along with cooldowns, and that's another thing. You have to balance cooldowns. The amount of time it takes for that cooldown to come off, you know, or become ready again. Now I know this sounds like a little bit of a rant, but I figured I would kind of address it because there is a lot of people on the forums just hating on, you know, early access games and such, which, don't get me wrong, there is way too many early access games on Steam right now that are in alpha and have been in alpha rather, for quite a long time. And not pointing any fingers, Daisy, but, you know, it kind of irks me a little bit just when people are commenting without the understanding or the experience even of making a game balanced. So enough about the rant. I figured I'd kind of just mention that because, you know, people don't really think about before they start commenting, even in YouTube comments, which can sometimes be even worse. So on more positive things, channel-related things. I did mention Nosgoth, so I'm not going to be talking anymore about Nosgoth, but I just figured I'd mention it because back when I used to play it, I did mention in a video that my internet was not that great then. And up until this point, it still kind of isn't, but I will be getting new internet very soon, so uploading videos won't take as long as they normally do. It doesn't mean videos will be coming out any faster, because I do have work to do, along with having a real life. But I thought I'd bring this up because a few people have mentioned that I should upload a little bit more often, or regularly, whatever you want to call it. And I would love to, but I don't always have the time to. As I said before, I am kind of busy. But along with that, my internet was not that great, so I will be upgrading, like I said. And of course, with upgrading means higher download speeds and faster upload speeds, which will of course result in videos being uploaded faster. Then again, it is still Canadian internet. It's not Sweden internet, so it's not going to be super fast. Those guys get it pretty good over there. It's insane how fast their download speed is. Because before it actually used to take me, I think about 4 nights, so 8 hours per night. Do the math, 8, 16, 24, 32. So 32 hours to upload probably around a 20-minute video of a fairly decent quality, so it'll actually be nice to get a video out the same day that I edit it. Well, it looks like I don't have time, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.